The Fallout games have always held a special place in my heart, and Fallout 4 is no different. Yes, it has its faults, as do the others, but it's still a fun time to run around and do crazy things within its wasteland. So naturally, I was going through my achievement list when I noticed I hadn't yet gotten the achievement called The Harder They Fall, which requires you to traverse the map and kill 5 giant creatures. On paper, it seems like this might be a tough achievement to go for, but with the help of some overpowered weapons and my handy-dandy power armor, let's jump into this achievement, The Harder They Fall. Thanks to a couple of guides online, it made it relatively easy to find these 5 creatures for us to hunt. So first, we head to the southern part of the map to Murkwater construction site where we discover our first victim. I tried to sneak up on the queen in hopes to get a critical attack in, but as you can see, at a level 24 with a fat man, one shot would not cut it. It took 3, count 'em 3, mini nukes to take this queen out and start our journey. After nailing it with a barrage of mini nukes, our first target was down and it was time to find the remaining 4. Fortunately, I had a different weapon in mind to help me take down the rest. Now we have to travel to a more desolate, unnamed area of the map to find our first behemoth. I took the liberty of naming him Charles to help strengthen the emotional connection you have with him as I destroy him. Oh, and the weapon? Unfortunately, it's not the Skyhook, but it is the most excellent alien blaster, which takes these behemoths down easier than you might think. I try yet again to sneak up on the behemoth, and naturally, I miss the first 3 shots that I make. Charles gets angry and charges me while I frantically fire my alien blaster. During this escapade, he bonks me on the head, and this irks me so bad I decided to disintegrate him and the rest of his bloodline. What? Look, as cute as the name Frederick is for a behemoth super mutant, he needs to meet the same fate as the rest of his brethren in this video. I travel to yet another unnamed location that is close to Walden Pond. While running up the hill, I notice some cars stacked in a kind of car fort, or for the big brains, a Stonehenge-like structure. Within that structure is, of course, Frederick. I try to shoot him from behind some cars for protection, and I learned very quickly that this would not work, as Frederick can simply walk around them. I then go to make some headshots using VATS, to some success, but for some reason afterward, Frederick's cars started exploding for no reason. Freddy then charges me like I was the one who destroyed his precious car collection, and this gives me flashbacks to my interaction with Charles, and I decided to disintegrate him with some gravitas. Enjoy car heaven, Frederick. I'm being told there's only car hell. Finally, we find some daylight in the wasteland this time and take a quiet walk through the woods. We're out here trying to look cute and think about my obsession with Jangles the Moon Monkey when you would not believe I find him in some rusted old car. Of course I take him as any old sensible person would, completely disregarding the fact that it says it belongs to a guy named Barnabas. Those are some loud footsteps coming from behind those trees. Barnabas the behemoth comes charging for me and I literally do the best I can. I pull up VATS to try and get a critical hit on him, and I do, but it doesn't do much damage. Out of all the behemoths so far, Barnabas takes the most hits without stopping his charge. Once I get him down low enough on health, for lasting as long as he has, I wanted to show him respect by giving him a VATS liquefaction, in slow motion. You know, for the kids back home. Right again, Austin. That is what the kids want. As much as I hate to say it, we finally made it to our final giant creature. Some of you out there are probably familiar with the swan, so I've saved them for last. I've decided to let you watch this blood-curdling battle with your own 2 eyes with my live reactions. Look away if it's too much for you. After disintegrating a random dog and checking out the aftermath, we finally killed the final giant creature and unlocked the achievement, The Harder They Fall. Thanks for sticking around this long if you have. Do you have any suggestions for achievements I could go for in the future? If so, leave a comment down below and we can discuss. Otherwise, like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.